Hey guys, this is Taha Maiman and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to discuss why startups fail. So the reason why startups fail, and I've owned 10 of them, and I think 7 of them are still in existence, and alhamdulillah they're doing really well, and 3 of them didn't work out. And I've been able to kind of understand what happened right for me, what happened wrong for me. So this is extremely important for people who are new to business, or maybe it's their first or second business and they're just really kind of trying different things. I was lucky enough to start my first business at a very young age, which allowed me to kind of go through the motion of doing things myself, going through experiences, losing money, seeing the ups, seeing downs, seeing COVID, seeing so many different things that came with it, owning a business. But I really want to go through, I hope I can help some people out by understanding that sometimes the startup doesn't work out, only sometimes, because the product just sucks, or maybe there's no problem at all that you're trying to solve, right? And if that's a route you've taken as an entrepreneur to solve a problem that doesn't exist, or maybe it's not that big of a problem, maybe the market isn't ready, then it's very difficult, right? To kind of, then it's just that you just had bad R&D, you came into something which you weren't supposed to come in. But that's very rare, right? And you can learn that at a very early stage by creating a minimum viable product, or a most viable product, which means create a smaller version of your business, launch it, get feedback. If people bite, improve on it and keep going in, right? But that can happen very early. I don't want you to take days and days and days to kind of, people take months to even understand that they need to stop doing their business, because they take so long in perfecting their models and their habits and their journeys, that by the time they try to take out, right, or move to something else, they've already invested so much money. So always remember that you can find out, you can test a product at a very early stage, take in information, and then kind of go from there. Now that we've put that to the side, and that happens very less, guys, because I do believe that when people start a business, they truly believe in it, and I strongly do believe that your human, genuine intuition can be mostly right. There are some people that just have really bad ideas, and that is why an MVP is there, but mostly people are smart, and I give them the benefit of the doubt, where I feel like there's some problems that other people don't really see them as problems, but they do exist, and they come up to be $1 million businesses. So that's my methodology. Once that's out of the way, now I want you to focus on why even if the idea is great, the concept is great, but the business still ends up as a failure. The reason why that happens is, number one, because the entrepreneur has not established an entire roadmap of the level of effort that is needed to succeed, correct? I'll give you a small example. I started a new company, and I'll tell you the latest company that obviously I started, not the other 8-9 companies. But I'm going to talk about Dunya right now. Dunya is a company that we started in October. We're maybe 6-7 months in. I understand that it's going to take me another 6 to 8 months for me to even make a single penny from this business, right? And it's going to take me maybe 100 podcasts every day, 3 to 4 hours of dedicated time daily, without a break. It's going to take daily hard work. I've put down my steps daily that I need to make in small steps, right? And consistently, I know I need to do that to be able to get to that level. So I've identified the level of effort that I need, that my team needs to make, that we all need to make to get to that, to get to that next step. All right. So a lot of people, we are bred in now to get instant gratification, which is so wrong. Every day we wake up and we're like, we woke up at 8 in the morning. We put a picture on Instagram and 10 people say, hey bro, good job. Good morning to you too. So we feel good about ourselves. But can we actuality consistently do that for the next 365 days? Make it a habit, and then you will see actual gains in your body, right? So the same thing is with business. It's gradual interim benefit, but consistency and the level of effort needs to be identified in the early stage. So that is the most important thing. The level of effort is not identified, and we're looking for instant gratification. All right, now let's go to step 2. What happens in number 2? When you build a product, which is a roadmap, and you feel strongly about it. I'll go back to Dunya again because I feel like that's what I've been talking about, so you guys are able to reflect on it. Actually, let's talk about Find the Venue, another business that I started maybe in last year, June. So we came up with a game plan. I sat down with my team. I hired like around 10 people, and I was like, let's do this. And we went on with it. We created a product. I was very happy with it, and it was a broken product. When I said broken product, that means I took the MVP product out. I got 400 people inquiring about their events. 400 people, like as soon as I build my product, which means people bid on it. That means there's a product, there's a problem to be solved. So that already got established. Now when the MVP was made, it wasn't working. Like, people had wanted to do business with me. My process map flow just sucked, right? Which means that the business did not, it just didn't work together. Now I could have been stubborn and I could have said, no, I believe in the product I have. I could have just gone, and that's not a racist accent I'm doing, by the way. That's just something I do because I think that's funny, just putting it out there. So I had to sit back, listen to my consumer, get the information, do my R&D again, and pivot. The key word is pivot. You need to be able to understand, reflect from your user, get that information, and change your plan accordingly. Please, please, please don't be stubborn with your vision. If you have a vision, it needs to be respected, but at the same time, you need to listen to what your consumer is saying, not what you're saying all the time. You need to be a good listener. So I started listening. I started taking feedback. When I did that, we made a second MVP. We failed again. We made a third MVP. Today, we made a fourth MVP, and the feedback we get is phenomenal. So please understand, the reason why a business fails is because the founder becomes stubborn and listens to his internal voice rather than the voice that he needs to actually hear from, that is the consumer. All right, so that's step 2. The point 2. Another reason why, a main reason why a founder would fail, in my vision, is because the founder will not have a sense of ability to, and if you're a small business owner, will not have the ability to get out there, which means that founder will want to give their social media to a digital agency, but will not want to be a part of it at all. Will be like, okay, you do it, you're the expert. That is so wrong. That is basically committing suicide. I own a digital agency called Cloudy Twins. I meet founders and I'm like, listen, I want you involved. I want your picture there. Come do a podcast with me. Get your face out there. If people don't know who you are and what your message is, they will not trust you. They will not want to buy from you. If you are doing that right now as a small business owner, please, and I never talk about something with a hard yes or a hard no. I always say, believe in what you do. I try to keep it easy with the flow, but over here, do not make that mistake. I beg you, do not do that to yourself, for you and your family. If you have a small business owner, believe in yourself, get uncomfortable, get in front of the camera. If you can't get in front of the camera, start writing. If you can't write well, start tweeting. If you can't tweet well, start putting up better pictures. Find your art, get uncomfortable, and become a master at it. Then only will you be able to interact with your social media agency or yourself and give feedback and understand your brand and really get out there. If no one knows who you are, you're irrelevant, and you will be taken down by any other young entrepreneur or any other guy who uses social media the right way. So please, 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 I see so many businesses go down and not make an impact. The product is amazing, the roadmap is amazing, but the founder is just stuck in his, I mean, excuse my French, but stuck in his ass, where he or she believes that they're too, they're the queen of England and the prince of God knows what country in the world, where they can't come on social media and talk about their product. If you can't talk about your product and you're not passionate about it, don't sell it, right? So please be true to yourself. That is another one. Now, lastly, I'd like to add one more thing. I think we're just going a little bit over time. Is for those of you who are still watching this, and I'm helping you out, is be true to yourself. Short term, you can do a business and you can do well in a short term span of time. Even if there is slow growth in an industry, what that means is I see a lot of young people, and this happens in Pakistani communities a lot. Young kids come in, they think what Taha's doing, oh, it's so cool what Taha's doing, he's doing events, I'm sure there's money in it. And they'll just come and do it. Even if it's not their passion, if it's not their calling. They'll come make short-term money, but long-term they won't be able to survive because it's not their passion. So when the tough times come in, I'll survive, the other person will not survive. So it's extremely important to understand that go with where your passion lies, go with your calling. In the long term, you will always win. I hope I could help somebody out. God bless. If you have any questions, comment below, and you can always email me at taha@cloudytwins.com. I'll repeat, taha@cloudytwins.com. I do have a Discord community for NFTs. All my other businesses, you can find the links below. And I do private mentorships for business owners and for individuals who are looking to really excel and have the right mindset, to establish the right mindset to hit their goals. Thank you guys, and I wish you guys the best of luck.